Hello everybody. I hate computers now. I have basically been in love with computers since 2018. I've had dreams of making a computer with a GTX 1080 Ti in it. That I was like, itna tha main. Then how come suddenly this? Well, I hate computers now. So yeah, I thought I'd make this short little video of switching over to a laptop and basically tell you my history when it comes to computers. I've always been infatuated with making a computer. I've built 5 computers. 3 of them were in the last 3 months. The other 2, those are the computers I made for myself. Like, that's how many computers I've made. And for a young college kid, that's like more than enough. For the next 2 years, I will have to say goodbye to these machines, which is bittersweet. So basically around a week ago, I got to know that I'll be going to university. I got in for an MBA program, and that's not in Delhi. And as soon as I heard that, I decided that this PC will be shrunk down in size. Be shrinking down my PC. That's my next big project. That's my final project. But as it turns out, I cannot be doing that. The machine, the PC or the computer I take there has to be transported from my room to the class, to the room, to the class. So even if I take an ITX machine, it won't accomplish anything there. Like, gaming laptops were the butt of the joke for a long time with me and my friends, especially after I switched over to PCs, where if somebody on our team would perform really badly, we'd just say, oh, okay, he's maybe reviewing a laptop. There's a lot of laptop reviewers, they would just like boot up a game and they would just like do fuck all, and their gameplay was just so toxic. I am going to become one of them. I'll have to migrate my own. So what I'm going to do here is give you the spec of my system, which happens to be a Lenovo LOQ with a 7840HS and a mobile 4060. And so I've come to the hard realization that this thing has to be sold, which hurts because I've made so many fun videos with it. I'm hoping that it doesn't come to that. It is such a difficult thing to even comprehend, selling a computer that I poured my whole heart into, because it doesn't make sense for this computer to be here and then also having a laptop. You know, for the next 2 years I won't be able to see these machines anyway. But let's part on a good note. This will be like a small little laptop review instead. I want a fresh install of Windows because I generally don't know what loadware or what registry keys or what sort of fuck-ups Lenovo has done to this machine. But still, if I even see McCafe on it, I am instantly obliterating the whole OS, and I'm doing it again. I won't be losing anything. The only thing I'll be losing is like Microsoft Office. So here we go. Here's the box. Let's get this opened up. You guys can chill over there. Are my feet visible? Oh no. Oh my god. Here's the charger. Oh my god, it's like sealed. Oh wow. That looks awesome. Damn. Congratulations on your recent Lenovo purchase. Real person? I get to have a real person in this laptop? Plug in the included AC power adapter to this power connector before you turn on your computer for the first time. The color of the power light reflects the currently activated operational mode. Blue is quiet mode, white is balance mode, red is performance mode. It is required that your computer should be plugged in into an electrical outlet. Okay, so performance mode is for gaming, I see. So yesterday while I was buying it, I already went through some of the setup process. There's McAfee on it. We don't even have to check anything else. We're just going to get rid of everything on this computer. Full nuclear mode. Okay, so what I'm going to do is reset this PC, remove everything, but let's see if it gives us an error first. Unable to download. Please reset this PC using the local reinstall method. Alright, give me a minute. I'll plug it into Ethernet. Okay, so it's plugged into Ethernet now through my second PC's line. We'll go cloud download. And let's see. Okay, so obviously this option, I will fully clean the drive. So while it's downloading, I think this is a good time to go back. I mean, it's decent, but it's really cheaply made. You can tell by the zip. Asus is a shitty company with their warranties, but at least they gave me like a really tough looking bag. It was their ROG series bag. I think this is just a bag that they give with any Lenovo laptop, which, you know, for going to college, it's not a bad thing because it will look like a sleeper. In fact, I love this thing about this laptop where it doesn't stand out. This just looks like an inconspicuous laptop in an inconspicuous bag. And I love the fact that all the performance is within it and nowhere else. It's not trying to be overtly flashy. It's not trying to do anything that it isn't. What it is a sophisticated machine with sophisticated parts in it, and that's how it acts. So in that regard, I think it's pretty awesome. Considering that, I don't really mind this bag too much. So the plan with this machine would be to basically clone the hard drive in the second PC and put it into this. It has two SSD slots, NVMe slots in it. So either I'll clone this hard drive, put it in it, or buy an external hard drive, download all my Steam games, all my data, all my video editing stuff and put it in there, because like video editing and all that stuff would not be something I quit just because I'm going. I'll still be making banger content. I want to. But let me give you some info about this machine and how the price came out to be. For context, the machine that I was eyeing was a Lenovo Legion laptop where it had a 5800H and a 3060, and that was for 87,000 rupees, and that's a lot. And I had asked my dad if I could 50-50 it and I'll sell this PC and recuperate the cost. But then I went in there, and this machine with a 7000 series AMD processor and a 4060, it was just 3,000 rupees more. This was just 90,000. It was because we voted, and that was the voting bonus. We got so lucky with this machine. It's almost comical. Now I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you some benchmarks, some gaming benchmarks. Let's fucking get it. Sling Amber is here, which you have never seen before and you will never see again. But I'll be testing Spider-Man. It's insane how a laptop fucking beats a desktop just because the desktop has an Intel GPU. But I pay 124 FPS, 120 FPS, I think it's all maxed out. Let's see the setting. Graphics, everything is almost cranked up to high. Nobody gives a fuck. It's beating Intel Arc. Intel Arc got its ass beat by Spider-Man Remastered. Ray tracing on करके देखता हूँ. मैंने अभी ray tracing on किया है, and I had a little swing. It's 80 to 90 FPS ray tracing में. मैं NVIDIA को credit ही नहीं दूँगा. मैं AMD के CPU को credit दूँगा. But हाँ, it's like this is working. I have nothing more to add to this. Thank you. See you in the next clip. 5 hours later. Guys, I totally forgot to make footage of the laptop. I actually shut it off. We started playing Batman Arkham Origins on the PS3.
On the bad PS3.
On the bad PS3. And we are going bat insane. This laptop. I was initially bummed out, sad, but now I realize it's part of the family. It is a computer after all. It's destroying the second PC. I shouldn't say it like that, but... And it got me so joyous, so out of my own mind that I started playing Overwatch. So I'm gonna play Overwatch. This is all ultra. 260 FPS, so... I'm just gonna go gaming. Fuck it. So I lost that one, but I had Childlike Wonder, so who's really winning? So next game I'm gonna test out is Counter-Strike. It's funny because I was just watching the spring finals. तो मन कर गया बहुत. For that, we can gamer mode. Red light, fucking terminated ass. So I've just put it back to normal mode because on the red mode it just gets so loud. The fan just starts spinning. But you can see around 320 FPS. You can see that it's working fairly well. I'll try and get into a team fight and still record. The weird thing is that as soon as I turned on gamer mode, the FPS went down. My settings are already maxed out, so I'll change those first. Counter-Strike is going well. I would consider this a pretty much just successful. So this has been, in my opinion, great. I feel like there's a little bit of input lag, but that might just be VSync or some other setting causing that. These fans get really loud, by the way. Yeah. Almost everything was cranked out, which is not realistically how one plays Counter-Strike. There we go. So, एक बार इस settings के साथ दिखाता हूँ. One thing is these laptops do get really warm. Like I can genuinely feel a lot of heat here at least. At least I'm gaming over here, so it should be fine. It's not exhausting as much. Hopefully the mic picks up how loud it is. And I have my cooling pad underneath as well. I hope that helps. But this is like exceptionally hot. It's getting cooler now. This part was really warm. So the FPS the whole time was hovering around 200. So let's try out our next game. which is going to be Uncharted, and that I believe is going to perform really well. So I'm playing the Legacy of Thieves collection. This is Lost Legacy, which I think is slightly more demanding than Uncharted 4. Here are my settings. So I'm just gonna start the game. I think I have a save file on this laptop from when I was testing it last. So here's the game. 120 FPS, more than playable, rather sufficient I would say. So hard to play with one hand. The open areas were giving me somewhere around 120. This is also fine. This is all one hand. There you go. And you can see it's hovering around 110. Yeah, pretty satisfied with this game as well. So I'm out here testing the finals. Here are my settings. DLSS, this is not actually on, it's just DLAA mode. No upscaling, only the anti-aliasing that they use. All cranked out. And we're getting 120 FPS, right? Reduce global illumination to low or static, and that immediately would bump up our FPS by 10. So there's one thing that we could do: reduce shadows and post-processing. They include ambient occlusion as part of post-processing. That sucks. That is unfortunate. Foliage can be low, then post-processing will have to be high. And effects can be a little medium to lowish. Oh, reflections are part of effects. That gives us an immediate jump in FPS. If I go to low effects, that's immediately 170, 160 FPS. I actually love having DLSS off. If stuff just runs natively, it's awesome. Again, playing with one hand. How do I get the other trigger with just one hand? If I hit one bullet, I win. Okay, there we go. Almost killed the guy. This is literally how I'm playing. What do I can't. Alright. Anyway, all I know is that it's working rather well. So here's the last game that I'm testing out. It's The Outer Wilds, which is an immersive space RPG. I think it'll give us enough time to talk about just the experience of this laptop, which has been great. By the way, this game is running at 150, 170 FPS. Sometimes drops low when I look at the foliage or when a lot of things are being rendered. So there it'll drop to 140. Performance wise, I don't think I am at all concerned with this laptop. If you're spending upwards of 80,000 on a laptop that you made good decisions on, I don't think it'll struggle with anything you throw at it. Oh shit, somebody to loot? Oh my lord. I don't think I'll struggle with this laptop at all. It has been great. It just works outright. Most of the games I throw at it, it just handles. And as shitty as NVIDIA is, it's unfortunate that they're the only company with amazing drivers, out of the box support, because I think most of these games are developed with NVIDIA as well. Is that motion blur or tearing? What am I looking at? It's weird lines. It's not gonna be captured on camera, I guess. Oh yeah, these are the settings, by the way, that I'm playing on. As I was saying, this laptop, it's just fine. It's more than fine. It's above average in whatever I throw at it. It's amazing, actually. It's gonna take me a little while to get used to. Oh, it's steering. It's barely visible, but it's steering because it's just going below 144 FPS. So yeah, as I was saying, it's amazing. It just works. I don't think I have any reason to be concerned with the performance here. What the fuck am I looking at? So I guess I'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for watching this silly little review of the Lenovo LOQ. So it's been great. Thanks.